G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills channel. So I've had a fairly full-on week. I'm in the middle of doing another treatment, so it's taken me a bit. Last trip to Andamooka I think I did myself an injury in my shoulder, so I've slowed down a bit this week, but I have been putting stuff together. The week away's put me behind on doing these sorts of videos, but I'm gonna get a couple of these in before I head back up for another dig. But yeah, I brought something back last time, and I've only just been able to start slicing it a bit and prepare some to show you. So we'll get to this in a minute. This is going to be the focus. We're going to cut some of these, or clean some of these up. And yeah, I'll just quickly show you. I have some of this. I'll slowly be making it available as I get to slicing it all up. It's a concrete matrix. So this will need the treatment, but it does have this stuff all the way through, the granulated effect. The polish isn't super, and it will need probably a resin coat after it's done. So this is the first time I'm dealing with this sort of stuff. And I'm gonna have a bit of fun going through it, and I'll show you the whole process. I've got a cook going on at the moment, but that'll be a video coming. A couple more bits here, some really nice colour in some of this too. Thick bars, so I should be able to get some really nice pretty stones out of it. I'm going to make a chessboard too out of these sorts of stuff. Yeah, so I'll be in the middle of slicing all this sort of stuff up, and cooking it, and then once I can sort of show what it's all about, I'll make it available for anyone who's interested in doing what I'm doing. I have one parcel up on Facebook for anyone interested, so it's a $100 parcel. It's this one here. I've just sliced some bits up. There's about 14 pieces in there. It's 335 carats, or just call it 300. So that's around 30 something cents a carat. But some really nice colour in this stuff, and should cut some really nice stones. I have some I've started cutting along with the ones I said. Obviously I've got a treat going on. Things like that stone there, being up that high, by the time you dome that, that won't be there. Once you cut this stone, that will not be there, so that can be the face. Some really fantastic colour, and once, as I said, it goes black or dark based from the treatment, the colours should pop quite well. I'll just quickly grab a couple of stones in the middle of cutting, just to kind of show you. So these would be kind of inexpensive pieces with some really fantastic, I mean, it is opal for all intensive purposes. It's not artificial opal or anything. This is opal, and it's opalized sandstone, and they term it concrete because it's so hard. Even trying to take off this layer at the bottom of nothing, this is as hard as this, and it just breaks up indiscriminately, so you've got to be careful, otherwise you just wreck it, shattering it. But yeah, some nice stones coming out of this. You can get some domes. I haven't fully finished these, it's just come off the, was it the 150 wheel I did all this on. Just to show you can do all this on a 150 before you even have to start heading off to give it its final detail and shaping and polishing, or pre-polish. I wouldn't go polishing this, there's no point. It's going to have a resin coat anyway, because as you saw before, it's very yeah, it doesn't shine very well when it's dry, or reflect very well. But with the treatment and a resin coat, they'll look fantastic, inexpensive, great for little jewellery bits, you know, $50 to $100 pendants or something. Don't know. So yeah, that's that. Got a bit of that. Check it out on the Opal Mills Facebook page if you're interested. I do have more as I get to it. I'm slicing it up, and yeah, it's not just all like that. There's some, yeah, as you're seeing here, there's a few bits like this with a bit of red and that in it. So I should be able to get some nice stones cut. That green just lights up. You've got to cut it directionally, try and get them to flash up. So anyway, on with this one. So I've separated a few of these. These are out of the Andamooka parcel I bought back a while ago, starring this piece. Still yet to cut. Nice little stone out of there. Andamooka black opal. But yeah, we'll get on with these pieces over here. So I've just got a couple of bits out. This one I'm a bit concerned. It's got this quartzy sort of base, and in my experience, if this gets too hot or anything, it can expand at a different rate to the opal, and then it all just cracks. So I've got to be very careful with that one. Some of this is dark, sort of a base. It's not white or grey or light, but it's not quite black or anything. It's dark base, and some really nice colour on it. But you can't see that one too much. It's right under that colour on the inside there. It sits on that jelly dark base, like suspended colour in jelly. So yeah, a few bits like that. Bit of a challenge, trying to get the sand out. I'm pretty sure most of that's superficial. It's thick enough to get a stain under there. This one will be interesting. It's got some nice colour inside there. We'll have to come down from this top because it kicks up to this side, so there's no point taking all that down to get to that. So just take that off and leave that as a base. Another bit of a challenging piece. It's got a bit of sand in it. There is a bit of thickness to it, so I should get something out of it. Just got to work around the sand. I think this is one I'd tied it up from before. I'm going to cut it with this lot. What do you got here? Nice bit of colour in under there. Again, sort of a darkness under there. It's not, well, it's sort of translucent, I suppose you could call it. Dark translucent. This piece I've been waiting to get to. I like this piece. Very thin on this end. I think there's a really fantastic stone in under there. A little preform I had going from before. We'll give him a cut. Just drop that one in there. Skipping past. So yeah, this little one we get a nice little stone out of. See what we can do with that. It's got some really nice colour. I like that blue. I've said it enough, I wouldn't even need to say that anymore. Everyone knows you like that blue, Phil. See what we can get out of a piece like that. I'm thinking with that colour there, make this the top. Just take that down to the bar down there. Sort of try and make a bottom out of that. Small stone, but beautiful. This one's got a bit of a bar there. This one will be a bit of an opaque opal. White opal, light. And we'll just see what comes up under there, if anything. If it lasts. But again, this has got that quartzy sort of a back. I'm a bit worried. But we'll get over to the wheel and start tidying them up. Okay. Decided I'm going to start with this one. See what we can get out of there. Just take a bit of this sand off the top. Try not to let it disappear too much if I can help it. See what size stone we can get. start. A couple of these didn't really turn into much with the sand in too much of it. So I'm gonna have to slice them down into smaller bits, either maybe some doublets. Might be more useful with this sort of material. This one, the colour just was around there. You saw it through the edge. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. But it's literally just there around the edge. So, numbers game here. Good thing we just got enough opal to try and at least get something out of it. So this one's a little bit difficult. Not sure if that's one I just did now, if I just got that mixed up with the rest of it. There's the other ones that didn't really turn out. So I sort of these. This is alright. It's got a nice bit of colour in the red corner there. Might be able to keep that in there. I think that'll come up, but it's got that little grey sort of, I don't know, makes it interesting. It'll come out a little bit more colour under it and through it, as you can see there. Got that grey little scoop down in there, this sort of colour just under it. So hopefully we can get rid of some of that. This one's not too bad, had to lose a fair bit of size unfortunately, just to get rid of all the sand. That'll come out at the bottom. So yeah, it's more of a purpley, but once we get a dome over it, might get a bit of the roll of that slight bit of green in it. See what happens. This was the first one we did. Still got a bit of sand in it though. I can't really do too much about that. And keep any of that colour just under it. So I might see what I can do once I get it on the dop stick, but it may end up being a teardrop. There's cloudiness here, I'm not sure what's going to do. Hopefully it clears up a bit as I go down. Some sort of bright colour the further you go down, so hoping it comes up a bit better. A couple of issues there and there to deal with. And this one, still going to have a dirty sort of back. Most of that can't be seen through from the top though. So for body's sake, it's going to stay there. Structural reasons. But yeah, had a nice white patch, clear patch up here, and it just didn't match the rest of the stone, so I brought it right in, and yeah, I think that'll turn out fantastic looking. What else we got? And this one, still a little bit of a bar over the top, which is pretty good. So we can come down a little bit more and see if we can get the polish in between those layers of colour, mist colour, and get a colour, a little bit brighter than that, but we'll take that if we can. That's all we get. It's a nice little stone. This one didn't really turn out too clean as far as the potch. Still got a bit that can go down. It's getting pretty thin up towards this corner. Maybe it's just that bit there I've got to lose. Hopefully this has enough depth to take it down a bit more, and still may lose this tip here. We'll get something out there, that in hopefully. That one just had a tidy up, it's got a bit of a grey lump in it. I'm thinking maybe reducing it just a touch more and get it nice, because that is a bit ugly and sandy, silty. Yeah, just gave that one a little tidy up for the back. Something flat to sit on for the dop. That was already faced. And that one. Just enough bar left to cut a little stone. That one had already been cleaned up from before. Still like that one. Can't wait to cut up. Just be careful I don't duck down too far that edge. And this one this. Oh, hang on. Not done that once. Yeah, this one. I was quite happy with this one. Still got a little bit of sand to tickle out the bottom. It came out quite well. I'm almost thinking, do I try and go for an oval in there? So to really set it off really nicely. Just like I have to waste one of these corners. This one's a bit misty there, so it'll probably come in a little bit. Make an oval out of there somehow. And that's the sacrifice. Or do I keep it as it is? So I'm not going to cut this one straight away. Let me know what you think. Yeah, in the comments. There we go. Bit of interaction here. Help me out. What would you do? Would you go for the oval? Or would you cut it freeform? I'll hold on to this bit until I get enough response to go, alright, let's make a decision. So I'll put that aside. But here's the one I'm going to focus on cutting for today. I'm really impressed with the way this turned out. I hopefully get a bit more of this white scratch mark looking, that misty bit, still a bit of bar there. But Andamooka, dark to black. It's got to be on the N scale. Once that misty comes off, goes as dark as the rest, hopefully. But wow, I'm really loving that. Reds and greens, bit of orange. So deep. Yeah, I'm getting onto it. I'm going to put this one on the stick. We'll get over to the wheel. So, just to avoid that little grey-heeled crack out of the equation and neaten up the corners, I've given myself a rough guide on how to straighten this up into a nice appeasing shape. I'm going to go with sort of a short drop, teardrop. up you. That is amazing little stone. Zoom in a bit. I'm really impressed. Unfortunately, it did still retain that little inclusion, but it is what it is. And it's an Andamooka dark based opal. I'm not going to go ahead and call it black as such, but it's definitely got to be up in N5, N4 range. In person, it's not as light as it looks here on camera. Let's see what happens if I put a white background. There you go. You can see it's sort of pretty black, but it's, yeah, not something I'm going to call black because I don't class the stuff. But nonetheless, that is an amazing little stone from Andamooka. And I'd have to at least put 1,000 a carat on that stuff. Only because of that inclusion, really. I'd put a higher price, but yeah. And also, it does have a little bit of an issue at the back. I got around. It will set, not a problem. I'll be setting this. Might even make myself a ring. That is gorgeous. Don't come across that every day at all. So, alright, I'm going to quickly chuck up my scales. Okay. Oh gosh. So yeah, easily a $3,000 stone. Not that I'm selling it. Might set it, get evaluated, and keep it for a bit. She's amazing. So there you go. You won't see that every day, especially on YouTube. It's not too much of this sort of stuff being cut. It's a lot of lightning ridge. Some meant to be dark based opal, black opal, but Andamooka has it too. And there you go. It's alright, I'm mesmerised by this. Might do a low light of it after. So yeah, got the acid on with the concrete matrix that I've cut over there, cooking away. That's the next video I've been working on all week. And heading to Andamooka again, and definitely be doing a live stream up there while we're mining. Show you what it looks like. And for those who are unfortunately not able to travel, I might even do a tour of the town. Just drive around and yeah, see what we can't find. But yeah, I better get on with it, and got those other stones to cut still. I'll just focus on this one because I'm sort of a bit stuck for time. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.